here at the Race Canada Expo Systems paddock spot with Robert Burgess, who's with Radical Canada. Invited here this weekend to run a race with the Supercar Series. Robert, tell me about the invite and how the weekend's going so far, especially running in such a unique class.
Yeah, well, actually, we raced here last year in the Supercar race, and we had 3 Radicals out for that race. You know, Supercar being a relatively new series and having not raced a Radical against GT cars, there was some kind of trepidation. We weren't really sure about how it was going to go. But last year we had a fabulous weekend. You know, there was several Ferraris in the race, several Porsches in the race. We finished first and second overall. So tremendous result. And so when we were asked to come back again this year, it was a no-brainer.
How's the weekend gone so far? I know that qualifying you had to do some installs and some break-ins. How's the weekend gone so far? Is it up to speed, all good?
Yeah, I mean, it's been going pretty good. We raced here 2 weeks ago, was round 1 of the Radical Canada Cup.
Yep.
And so the car that we're racing this weekend, you know, it was a bit of a thrash to kind of turn it around and get it ready. We had some issues with the differential, so we had to rebuild that. And so then in qualifying, we were still really just sort of getting the car set up.
Yep.
So we went out in qualifying, you know, did a couple laps, came in, checked the car. We had then gone back out with the goal of kind of setting a time. And unfortunately, one of the other cars blew its engine.
Oh, wow.
And then it went red flag.
That's no
so good. We never really had a full, you know, timed lap to really set the pace. I mean, we still ended up 3rd overall, which we're fairly happy with. I don't think we could have got pole. I think we probably would have been about 2nd overall.
Sure.
But, you know, starting inside row 2, not a bad place to start from. And that's actually where I started last year in this race. I started 3rd and finished 2nd, so hopefully we'll do the same today.
Move one step up, maybe, who knows. What's it like out on this track with the speed disparity? I mean, we've seen that with other series that have come here running prototypes with sports cars and a mishmash of cars. What's it like out there on this track specifically with the speed disparity?
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
You know, being in a prototype out there with GT cars, you know, there are certain cars, I mean, we're almost 15 seconds a lap quicker than them.
Oh my.
So, you know, they're just a speck way off in the distance, and like 2 seconds later, you're right on top of them.
Yeah.
And if they don't see you coming, you know, the closing rate is so fast that, you know, if they do something kind of untoward at the last moment, can be potentially very dangerous. Thankfully, so far this weekend, traffic's been pretty good. People are seeing us. We made a point in the drivers' meeting to remind the GT car drivers that the Radicals are out there.
Yep.
You know, keep an eye on your mirrors. And like I say, if we're a speck in the mirror, you know, like a split second later, we're beside you.
Yeah.
So far, so good. You know, we'll see how it plays out in the race. But, you know, that's part of the interesting thing about multi-class racing.
Yeah.
You know, lots of traffic, lots of passing. And the traffic it's just part of the race.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's something you got to deal with.
So when's the next Radical Canada Cup race coming up for you guys? So the next time we can see you out on track with a couple more Radicals, I guess, in the field.
Yeah, so we'll be at Calabogie last weekend in May.
Okay.
So it's actually the first of 2 Radical Canada Cup races that we have at Calabogie this year. And Calabogie's a great race for us because there's actually a large community of Radical owners in and around Ottawa.
Okay, perfect.
So typically our biggest grids come at Calabogie.
Awesome.
So we're hoping to have about 14 cars out there. And it's interesting racing at Calabogie because you get the Calabogie ringers, you know, the guys who test there all the time, do lots of track days, and like, untouchable, you can't beat them.
Yeah.
But then they come here, you know, and those of us that are local to Motorsport, you know, it all kind of
evens out a bit.
Exactly, over the course of the season, for sure.
It'll be good fun. Well, good luck this weekend. Can't wait to see you out on track and get a couple more laps on your belt, and hopefully the rain stays off so you stay dry in that car.
Great, thank you.
Thanks very much.